All right, welcome Mayo Spartan hockey fans. Welcome to JV action between Mankato East Cougars and your Mayo Spartans. Mayo Spartans made the trek 90 minutes to the west to take on Mankato. We'll be back again on Saturday to take on the Mankato West Scarlets. Warm-ups are complete. Pucks are being picked up, and we'll get started here momentarily. Looks like in net for your Mayo Spartans is number 31, Colin Blommel. Still have Ivan Holton on the bench. I heard he's been skating. Cast is off, and he might be able to play next week, so we're looking forward to getting back Ivan Holton. Unfortunately, we have Brody Anger separated his shoulder again, so he's going to be out for a while. Not the ideal setup in Mankato East for streaming, so we'll likely have people walking by in front of the camera as they make their way to the seats. Face-off is one back. Grayson Yank has a puck behind his neck. He goes D to D. Logan Dinsmore a little ahead of him. Mankato East picks it up in the corner. Dinsmore gains possession of that puck, fighting off a Mankato East forechecker. Finn Morey to pick it up. He moves it in front of the net to Grayson Yank. Grayson Yank back to Morey. Intercepted by Mankato East at the blue line. Picked off by Liam Birch. He loses a handle on it. Mankato East picks that puck back up. Comes across, dumps that puck in down low, and goes in after it behind the Mayo Spartan net. Couple of Mankato East forecheckers try to take out Grayson Yank, but they got the worst of it, ran into each other. Puck's in the corner. Weston Brandt after that Mankato East defender. Knocks a puck off his stick, but he moves it over to his partner. Mankato East looking to move that puck up. They just chip it up and out of the zone. Dinsmore up to Preby. Knocked off his stick and out of the zone, so Mayo will have to regroup. Harding gets that puck in down low and goes in after it. Mankato East goalie stops it behind his net. Harding with the puck in the corner, moves it low. Weston Brandt. Weston Brandt fighting off a Mankato East defender. Tries to move it to the D, but loses handle on it. Mankato East tries to throw it out of their zone. Knocked down by Preby. Aiden Anderson nicely steps up, looking to do something with it. Tries to move it back to his partner, but that's intercepted. Brennock fighting off a defender. Ethan Pendergast in after it now. Puck is rung around. Mankato East tries to chip it out, kept in by Anderson. Board battle. Pendergast dumps that puck in low and goes in after it. Makes a nice little nifty move around the defender. He has Lamers come through the zone, but hands it over to the Mankato East. Now race to the puck. Anderson lifts up a Mankato East stick. Nice job by him. Fend off that attack. Lamers coming through the zone. Goes wide, beats the Mankato East defender wide. Tries to go high short side, but that goes up and over the net and around. Mankato East picks it up, comes through the zone, 1-on-3. Knocked off his stick, goes in low. Grayson Yank moves it up to Pendergast, knocked off his stick, kept in the zone. Bodal moves it over to Lamers. Lamers over to Preby. Preby looks to chip it up and out of the zone. Pendergast has possession of it. Can't move it over to Lamers. Lamers knocks Mankato East player to the ice. He dumps that puck in low, and your Spartans will go get a forward change. Yank pitching. Pendergast covering, but he can't keep it in. Back to Priebe. Up to Dozois. Dozois took his eyes off the puck momentarily, but he does touch it, so no ice there. All the way down the ice, but no icing on that one. Finn Mori over, tries to move it over, whiffs on that pass. Board battle, Nathan Dozois trying to pick that puck up. Liam Birch has possession, dumps that puck in down low, goes in after it. Mankato East goalie plays it, rims it around to his forward. Kept in momentarily by Priebe. Liam Birch comes through and dumps that puck in down low, and your Spartans will go forecheck again. Brenhog pinches. Spartans dump it in deep again. Finn Mori in after that. Puck. Liam Birch throws the puck towards the net, but just a little bit wide. Priebe grabs the puck, moves it out to the D. Ends up on Mankato East stick. Big hit in the neutral zone. Aaron Harding gets knocked to the ice, then he goes in hard after it. Puck is rung around. Brennow keeps it in. Mankato East goes cross ice. They pick it up, come out of the zone. They enter in the zone 1-4. Shot wide. Chipped in down low by Mankato East. Aiden Anderson rims it around to Harding. Harding tries to move it up. Turnover, then a trip. So Aaron Harding is going to go to the bench for a trip on that one. Tried to move the puck into the middle of the ice to the center, Weston Brandt. Just a little bit off target, and he had to get a stick on the Mankato East forechecker, who would have had an uncontested shot on Colin Blumel. So 10:19 left in the first period. Mankato East is going to go up on the power play. Lamers wins that one forward and dumps it in down low. Mankato East goalie back to play it. He moves it up. Lamers gets possession of it again, dumps it down low. Mankato East is going to have to go back and regroup. He goes wider on Lamers. Walking into the zone, looking to move that puck back. Intercepted by Bodal. Makes it to the blue line, but not out. Bodal possession again. Aiden Anderson fighting through a Mankato East forechecker. Heavy drive towards the net. Nice job by Aiden Anderson. Drive towards the net. Knocked the Mankato East defenseman off his feet, and he took out the net, so we'll have a face-off with 1:25 left in the power play for Mankato East. Face-off should be in the zone to the right-hand side of the Mankato East goaltender. Ethan Pendergast out there with Liam Birch. Out of the point, we have Logan Dinsmore and Priebe. Mankato East coming through the neutral zone 2-on-2. Now 2-on-1. Mankato East works wide. Sharp angle shot goes up and over the net. Blumel with the save. Mankato East defender falls down, but Ethan Pendergast can't find the puck. Otherwise, he would have gone down on a breakaway. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Priebe picks it up, and he'll dump it all the way back down. 50 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Spartans. Mankato East tries to hit a streaking center and through the neutral zone, but that goes all the way down the ice. And we'll have a face-off in the Mankato East zone with 46 seconds left in the power play. Oh, for Spartans, we have Brock Lamers and Nathan Dozois. Out of the point, Aiden Anderson and Hunter Brenhog. Face-off is won back to Anderson. Shot blocked. Lamers in the corner. Moves out Dozois in his skates. Is able to get a backhand shot on the goaltender, and that'll be a save. And we'll have a face-off with 36 seconds left in the penalty kill. Finn Mori coming out now for Brock Lamers. Mankato East rims that puck around. Nathan Dozois in after it. Mankato East coming through the neutral zone. Loses a handle on it, and Aiden Anderson will throw that all the way down the ice. Hunter Brenhog tries to throw that down the ice, hits the Mankato East player, and they come back into the entering the zone. Loses at the blue line, then they throw a puck in at the net. That's tipped in front of Colin Blomel, and that goes wide. Mayo Spartans back at full strength now. Finn Morey in the corner against the Mankato East forward. Ian Anderson picks up the puck, goes around the Mankato East defender. Comes to the neutral zone with some speed. Looking to make a drop pass, but Aaron Harding was going for a change, so nobody was home. Weston Brandt and Preby out here. Puck goes back into the Mayo zone. Preby back to pick it up. Tries to move to his partner, but whiffs on the pass. Grayson Yank comes through, picks it up. Steps around one Mankato East forechecker. Up to Bo Dahl. Bo Dahl looking to make a pass. Throws it towards the net. That goes off the pad. Grayson Yank throws it towards the net. That's deflected wide. Grayson Yank throws in front of the net, and goalie's going to jump on that, and we'll have a face-off with 7:21 left in the first period. So Ethan Pendergrass taking the draw. He wins it back to Grayson Yank. Grayson walks in the middle. Tipped, deflected. That goes up and out of play. Pendergrass stepping in on the draw again. Moves over Lamers, back to Yank. Yank will dump that in down low. Preby into pinch. Comes out of the zone, Bo Dahl back, moves it back to Yank. Yank tries to move it up to Brock Lamers, but that's intercepted Mankato East. Mankato East coming through the zone. Ethan Pendergrass back to pick it up. He goes back behind his net. Rims it around to Bo Dahl, but nobody home except the Mankato East defenseman. Dumped it in low. Preby picks that off. Tries to move it up to Dahl, but that's through his skates. Mankato East dumps that back in down low. Yanked back to pick it up. Moves it over to Preby. Preby over to Lamers. Lamers moves that cross ice, but just off Bo Dahl's stick. Mankato East goes back behind their net to regroup. Liam Birch will throw that puck in again. Hunter Brenhog now behind the net, looking to make a cross ice pass. Nobody home. That one's going to go up all the way down the ice. We'll have a face off to the left-hand side of Colin Blomel. Nathan Dojois with the puck, moves over to Liam Birch. Liam Birch back over to Dojois. Dojois into the zone. He throws it at the net. That's deflected in the corner. Dinsmore pinches. Dinsmore and Birch in the corner. Finn Morey coming to the point, gets possession, throws that in deep. Nathan Dojois in the corner, battling a Mankato East defenseman. That's thrown cross ice. Now we'll have Logan Dinsmore. Goes back to retrieve. He wins that battle. Looking to move the puck. Over to Brenhog. Brenhog, middle of the ice. Mankato East driving wide. Puck's in the corner. Out in the middle of the slot. Colin Blomel gobbles that one up. All right, out for your Spartans, we have Weston Brandt at center with Preby and Harding at wings. Loose puck. Colin Blomel's going to jump on that one. We'll have another face-off. Mankato East wins that. Almost intercepted by Aiden Anderson. Dumped in deep by Aaron Harding, and your Spartans will go in on the forecheck They're offsides. They're going to have to go back and tag up. Well, the face-off outside of the Mankato East zone with 4:54 left in the first. Puck is one back, but defensemen weren't communicating. They both thought each was going to get their own. Shot over the net. Weston Brandt pins his guy against the boards. Harding's trying to dig that puck out of a few skates. Out to the point, Mankato East throws that towards the net. Blum will jump on that and we'll have a face-off. Ethan Pendergast steps in to take the draw. Wins that back. Logan Dinsmore is going to wheel around his net. Throws it hard off the boards. No ice on that one for whatever reason. Mankato East tries to move that over his D partner, but he chips that one up and out of play. Grayson Yank at the point, throws that towards the net. That goes wide. Puck comes out of the zone. Lamer's back, looking for a teammate. Moves it up to Pendergast. Pendergast moves it middle of the ice, but that's in Bodal skates. Mankato East entering the zone wide. Shot, that goes wide. Puck still loose. Big hit in front of the net by Dinsmore. Lays out the Mankato East Cougar. Puck's in some skates. Bodal with it. Fires it. That's in some shin pads and goes to the corner. Ethan Pendergast battling a Mankato East player in the corner. Tries to rim it out. Lamer's with it. Tries to walk to the middle but loses it. Mankato East is going to dump that puck in low. Aiden Anderson reverses that back to his partner, but nobody's home. Brennog digging the puck out into some skates, picked off by Mankato East, who jumps around Lamers. But Dahl does a good job getting back to support. Dozois picks up a loose puck in the neutral zone, jumps around a couple of guys. Nice hard shot on net. Mankato East dumps that in the corner. Finn Morey back to pick it up. He digs it out of some skates, moves it out front to Dozois, but he couldn't quite handle that pass. 2-on-2, Mankato East entering the zone. They'll work that down low in the corner. Around the net, wide open on the back door, but he fans on it. Dozois tries to chip it out, but that's into a Mankato East player. We'll try it again. That gets out of the zone. Liam Birch back to pick it up. Moves it up to Dozois. Dozois makes a move around. Tries to move it to the middle, but that's off target. Pass wide. Mankato East entering the zone wide. Shot towards the net. Colin Blomel is going to glove that one, and we'll have a face-off with 1:55 left in the first period. Mankato East throws that in low. Blomel thought about going to stop that, but it was coming in a little too hard. Preby back, moves it over his partner. Yank rims that around Harding. Harding tries to chip it out and jumps around to Mankato East defenseman. Kept in, down low, thrown towards the net. Preby back to pick it up. Weston Brandt helping out in the corner. Moves it up to Harding, who gets sandwiched by a couple Mankato East players, and I think we'll have an interference call here. So minute 15 left in the first period. Your Mayo Spartans are going to go on the power play. Interference call on Mankato East. Harding chipped that puck up and out and was a good 10, 15 feet away, and they decided to check him, so they're going to go to the box for 2. Puck is one on the side, and then it's thrown all the way down the ice. Pendergast back to pick it up. Brandt and Anderson back on the breakout. Anderson comes through the neutral zone, establishes the zone, makes a little move around the defenseman. Moves it, tries to center the slot to Lamers, but that's just a little bit behind him. Pendergast back to pick up that puck. He's going to reverse it. Loses the handle on it. Loose puck in the slot. That shot wide. Pendergast with possession again. Looks to make a move. Moves it up to Lamers. Lamers up to Brandt. Brandt enters the zone. Has his stick slashed from his hand. So he's going to have to go back and pick it up. Lamers with possession behind the net. Moves it out to the point. Anderson tries to go cross ice, but that's deflected. Weston Brandt back to retrieve. Moves it out to the point. Kept in by Pendergast. Sharp angle shot by Brenhag, and that's stopped by the Mankato East goaltender. 11.6 seconds left in the first period and 57 seconds left on the power play. Out on the power play for your Spartans next, we have Nathan Dojois, Liam Birch, Finn Morey, Grayson Yank, and Logan Dinsmore. Mankato East has a puck behind the net, and they'll just throw it down the ice to end the period. Puck dangerously pops out in front of Colin Blommel's net when he was behind, but Grayson Yank back to pick up that puck, and that'll end the period. No shot counter, but shots seem to be pretty even between the Spartans and the Cougars. Neither team really had any quality scoring chances. So we'll see if the second period opens up at all. Your Spartans have 45 seconds left in the power play. See if they can take advantage of it coming in the second period. Out to start the period for your Mayo Spartans, we have Weston Brandt at center with Brock Lamers and Hunter Brenhag at wing, along with Aiden Anderson back at D. And your Spartans need one more out there. Looks like Ethan Pendergast is jumping over the boards, and he'll head out there. Aiden Anderson back. He'll move it over to Pendergast. Pendergast will go back behind his net, and they'll set up for their breakout. Anderson moves over to Pendergast. Pendergast comes through the neutral zone, walks it wide. Makes a nice little move around the defenseman, but the puck is knocked momentarily off his stick. Lamers with it, tries to center it just off target. Weston Brand will come in, moves it over to Pendergast. Pendergast low, tries to move it over to Brandt, but that's in his skates. Brandt back with possession, moves up high to Anderson. Anderson just off target to Lamers. Mankato East will gain possession, dump it all the way down, and that'll do it for your Spartan power play. Anderson back behind his net, tries to move it over to Weston Brandt, but that's pass off target. Mankato East is going to walk through, shot, goal. So kind of a broken breakout play on that one. Aiden Anderson tried to cycle it back to one of his teammates back down low and just off target, and it was a hard pass, so it bounced right in the slot. Mankato East picked up that loose puck, and they capitalized on it. Finn Morian on the draw in a bunch of skates, battling for possession. Grayson Yank back. Moves it up to wing Dozois. Dozois can't move it to center. Goes in down low. Mankato East with possession in the corner. Tries to center, but that's off target. And that's going to go all the way down the ice. Mankato East's goaltender back to pick it up. We'll throw it up ice. Dinsmore battling for possession along the boards. Mankato East throws it wide. Dozois is going to dump that puck in low and let Liam Birch go forecheck. Grayson Yank steps up, but Mankato East is able to chip it around him. Almost had a 2-on-1 break. Logan Dinsmore back to retrieve. Grayson Yank rims it around. Mankato East defenseman steps up to pinch, gets the worst of that one. Makes a move through the slot. Loose puck, Liam Birch is going to chip that up and out. Mankato East intercepted by Dozois. If they hustle, they can get a 2-on-1 break here. Loses the possession at the blue line. Yank back, moves over to Lamers. Lamers over to Dinsmore. Entering the zone. Shot. Mankato East is going to jump on that puck. .12:31 left in the second period. We'll have a face-off to the left-hand side of the Mankato East goalie. Stepping into the draw, we have Ethan Pendergast out there with Lamers and Dahl. Brenhog and Dinsmore are back on the point. Puck goes to the corner. That's rimmed around the Mankato East wing. Dinsmore down to pinch on that one. Dahl in there after it too. Mankato East comes around the net. Picked off by Lamers. Moves in the front. Loose puck. Oh. Pendergast almost buried that puck. Lamers intercepted it, moved it to the middle, and popped out on Pendergast's stick in the slot, but he couldn't bury it. Puck down low. Brenhog will throw that in deep too. Kept in. Batted down by Brenhog. Kept in by Dahl. Brenhog will move that in low to Pendergast. Pendergast over to Brenhog. Through the skates of Lamers. And Mankato East is going to throw that puck all the way down for an icing. Mankato East Cougars are up 1-0 against your Mayo Spartans. Mayo Spartan JV has been on a roll as of late. Can't remember the last time they've been behind. It's been several games. I think they're on a 4 or 5 game win streak. Only losses this year for the JV team are a 1-0 loss to New Prague and then a 6-1 loss to Farmington early in the season. Yank throws that in low. It's stopped by a Mankato East defenseman. Kept in by Dinsmore. Dinsmore is going to throw that puck in low. Harding in after it. Makes a move into the corner. Preby back. Looking to make a pass. Weston Brandt one-timer. Still loose. Turns, fires, wide. Preby, loose puck race, tries to move it. Dinsmore into some skates, kept in by Brandt. Brandt throws it towards the net, and that's gobbled up by the Mankato East goaltender, right in the belly button of the Mankato East goaltender. Good shift by your Spartans, generating quite a few scoring chances on that last shift. Good zone time. Finn Morey won that faceoff, but it ends up right on Mankato East Cougar stick. That's in down low. Mankato East looks to center, but puck jumps off his stick. Finn chips it up to Liam Birch. Liam Birch tries to make him move around the Mankato East defenseman. Loses some of his momentum, then he turns and rips that all the way down the ice. Faceoff is one in the corner. Thrown wide, ends up in Mankato East stick. Grayson Yank back. Yank behind his net looking for an outlet. Decides to skate it up. Oh, heavy hit in the neutral zone. Took a high hit. Finn Morey comes through. Tries to shoot it towards the net, but that's blocked. Picked off by Liam Birch, still loose. Mankato East chips it up and around the Mayo defenseman. Yank back, still battling. Brent Hogg off of a Mayo stick onto Mankato East, all alone in front of the net. And luckily, he throws that backhand right into Colin Blommel's belly, and he'll gobble that one up. .9:51 left in the second period. Score is 1-0 in favor of Mankato East. Dahl comes through with some speed, looking to make a move. Tries to make a move as poke checked off his stick, but Pendergast is there to support. Walks in the middle. Hard shot. That goes off the side of the net. Dahl helping out. Goes low to Lamers. Lamers to Pendergast. One-timer. Oh, just missed. Nice job by Lamers and Pendergast. Pendergast just couldn't quite find the opening on that Mankato East goaltender. He had a wide open on the right-hand side of the net, but ends up going back against the grain into the goalie's 5-hole, and he was able to stop that. Pendergast back to Dinsmore. Dinsmore over to Anderson. Anderson towards the net. We'll line up for another draw. Pendergast steps in. Puck is won back, but a streaking Mankato East forward wins that race. Almost was on all alone, but luckily the play was broken up by our Mayo Spartan defenseman, and Blommel was able to hop on that. Face-off is won back. Yank spins around, chips it through the neutral zone. Dahl coming in. 2-on-1 if they hustle. Dahl shot. Save. And Mankato East goalie is able to hop on that one. 2-on-1 opportunity from your Spartans. Dahl coming down with Lamers. Dahl elected to do a pad pass, but wasn't quite hard enough to jump onto Lamers' stick, and Mankato East goalie was able to jump on in. Create a face-off to his right. Weston Brandt stepping in on the draw. Loose puck on the dots, kick back. Mankato East behind their own net, loses it. Chipped but kept in by Brandt. Brandt looking to do something with it, and he throws it in low. Preby behind the net, centers it. Brandt over there. Moves it back down low to Preby. Preby tries to reverse it. He falls down. Mankato East goes cross ice. He's bothered, and he'll dump it in low. Yank behind the net, reverses, rims it around, but no Spartan there along the boards. Branton Preby in the corner. Mankato East still with possession. Preby knocks his man down. Slow to get up. Branton there to help. Puck still loose in the corner. Mankato East digs it out, moves it out to the point. That's rimmed back down low. Yank to pick it up. He alleviates some pressure and throws it out of the zone. No icing. That's waved off. Goalie's going to move that puck up, but slow transition by Mankato East. They could have had a 3 or 4 on 1 if they would have hustled, but they were a little bit slow, and the Spartans are able to get back. Dozois moves it up to Yank. Yank's being bothered from behind. Loose puck rolls towards the net, and Mankato East doesn't jump on that. Finn Morey steps in on the draw. Wins it back, one-timer, blocked. Rebound, backhand over the net. Liam Birch trying to get that puck, but that's thrown down the ice. Icing waved off. Brenhog back. He's going to reverse it. Into the corner, loose puck dangerously comes out on the defenseman's stick from Mankato East, and they're able to get a quality scoring chance. That's thrown back down low. Brenhog back. Dinsmore behind his net, being bothered from behind by Mankato East. Moves over to Birch. Birch to Morey. Morey enters the zone, makes a nice move, throws it towards the net. 2-on-1 opportunity between Morey and Birch there. I don't think Morey saw Birch coming in back door on his forehand. Could have moved it over for an easy tap-in goal. Pendergast, Lamers, and Dahl out on forward for your Spartans. Puck out to the point, shot from the point, just wide. Kept in by Dahl. Thrown cross ice. Preby in, throws it down deep. Lamers in after it. Mankato East picks it up, bothered by Dahl. Not quite kept in by Pendergast. Lamers was caught down low. Didn't realize the puck came out of the zone, and we'll have a face-off with 6:23 left in the second period. Mayo Spartans are down 1-0. Puck is won back. Anderson flips that in, goes back. Dahl in the corner, battling for possession. Comes out to Pendergast. Pendergast out to the point. One-time shot by Anderson. Mankato East goalie gloves that, and we'll have a face-off to their right-hand side. Pendergast steps in on the draw, out to Anderson, another shot from the point. Right in the breadbasket of the goaltender. He'll freeze that, and we'll have a face-off. Mayo's going to change forwards. We have Weston Brandt stepping out there with Preby and Harding. Loose puck in the middle, kept in by Anderson. Anderson's going to throw that in down low. Preby in after it. That's rimmed around. Harding along the half wall. Puck spurts out to Preby. Preby shot. Save. Preby had Harding all alone in front of the net. Elected to shoot instead of passing it. Weston Brandt stepping in on the draw again. Mankato East wins that. They rim the puck around. Goes through Brenhog's skate and out. Mankato East is going to have to tag up as they're offsides. Yank gets possession of the puck, throws it up to Harding. Harding tips it in. No ice. Mankato East back to pick it up. We're going to throw that up along the boards. Yank intercepts, but he's going to have to wait while his teammates tag up. Over to Brandt. Brandt's going to dump that in down low and go in after it. Preby around. Mankato East walks around him. Liam Birch back to support. Moves it over to Preby. Liam Birch in after that one. Preby with possession, moves out to Dinsmore at the point. He'll move it in down low. Out front to Morey. Morey backhand, wide open in front of the net. And Preby buries that loose puck. Thomas Preby ties that up with 4:48 left in the second period. Nice job by Liam Birch working down low. Moves it out in front to Morey. Morey gets a backhand shot, and Preby cleans up the rebound on the far side. Face-off is one forward. Morey in after it. He throws it towards the net. Nice tip by Birch. Kept in by Dinsmore. Still kept in. Dinsmore picks up that puck. Moves over to Morey. Morey coming in. Can't quite get the shot off. Puck's still loose. Nice job by Logan Dinsmore keeping that puck in. Walking towards the net and then moving up to Finn Morey. Nathan Dozois is going to step in on the draw. Correction, Liam Birch stepping in on the draw. Mankato East coming through the zone. He's knocked down by Anderson, but Anderson loses his stick. Poke checked by Dinsmore, but Anderson still without his stick, so he's not able to do much. Another stick lost. Anderson's finally able to grab his stick. He rims it around, but no one's home. Almost a break for your Spartans, but Birch couldn't quite move it up. And then Anderson loses an edge and goes down in the neutral zone. Nathan Dozois fighting through a couple Mankato East players. Puck ends up on Lamer's stick. Pendergast tries it one time, but whiffs. Out to Anderson. That shot goes wide. Lamer's with it. Centers. Comes all the way through the slot. Preby with possession. Dozois tries to center it and some skates in Mankato East. Mankato East elects to throw that down the ice. And with 3:21 left in the second period, we're tied up 1-1. Pendergast in on this draw. Mankato East wins that to the corner. Preby pinches. Mankato East elects to rim that back around down low. Lamers turns and fires it towards the net. That's deflected up and out of the zone. Grayson Yank is going to have to go back and retrieve that. He's behind the net. He reverses. Moves it over to Pendergast. Pendergast up to Dahl. Dahl makes a move. Back to Pendergast. Loose puck along the half wall. Mankato East gets it at the point. They throw it towards the net. Colin Blumel stops that one. Mankato East winning the majority of the faceoffs here. Mayo Spartans are struggling to win faceoffs both in the offensive and D zone. Bo Dahl's hooked down, and we're going to have a Mankato East penalty. This is going to be a trip on Mankato East. And just like last period, Mayo Spartan's going to go up on the power play towards the end. This will be your second power play for Mayo Spartans. They weren't able to capitalize on their first opportunity. Mayo's trying to figure out personnel. We have Liam Birch, Logan Dinsmore, Nathan Dozois, Grayson Yank, and Finn Morey. Dinsmore with possession. He circles in the corner, looking for an outlet. Goes behind the net over to Dozois. Dozois back to Dinsmore. Dinsmore out to Yank. Yank out to Morey. Morey over to Birch. One-timer towards the net. That goes in the corner. Yank picks it up, moves it over to Dinsmore. Dinsmore up to Birch. Birch back to Dinsmore. Dozois gets dumped in front of the net. Mankato is going to go to the box for an interference call. So 5-on-3 penalty. 5-on-3 opportunity for Mayo Spartans with 1:49 left in the second period. 1:29 left in the first penalty. So hopefully your Spartans can capitalize on this early and maintain a 5-on-4 advantage. Mayo's going to go after all the way back in their zone to retreat. Anderson over to Brandhog. Brandhog up to Lamers. Lamers comes in the zone and he's going to set up. Looking to make a move with it. Loses it. That's rimmed around but kept in by Anderson. Anderson over to Brandhog. Brandhog over to Brandt, but that goes off a skate. Pendergast with it. Over to Lamers. Oh, nice job by the goaltender getting a stick on it. Deflects that opportunity. Puck is knocked off Brandt's stick. He was looking to make a pass to Lamers. Brandhog back. 40 seconds left on the first penalty. 1:15 left on the second. Pendergast enters the zone. Almost loses possession. Brandhog kept in. Over to Anderson. Loose puck. Shot. Goal! Mayo Spartans getting a bounce. Shot from the point by Brandhog. Ends up on Ethan Pendergast's stick, and he buries it bar down to put your Mayo Spartans up 2-1. Spartans are still in the power play, so they scored that on a 5-on-3, so they still have a minute left in a 5-on-4 advantage. Mankato East comes through, shot, that's deflected up and out of play. We have 44 seconds left in the first period and 54 seconds left on the power play. Face off in your Spartan zone. Liam Birch steps in to take this draw. He wins that back to Grayson Yank. Yank over to Morey. Morey looking to move the puck. Moves it up to Dinsmore. Dinsmore into the zone. Gets it in low. Yank back. Needs some support. Nobody home, but he wins that battle. Kept in by Birch. Birch makes a move around one. Shot. Blocker saved by Mankato. Still loose in front of the net. Dozois moves it out to Birch. Over to Yank. Yank tries to move it far side. Loose puck ends up on Dozois' stick, but he's not able to bury it. And with that, time is going to expire. Mayo Spartans are up 2-1 going into the intermission. They'll come into the third period and they'll have a 10-second power play. So good second period by your Mayo Spartans, putting in two to go up 2-1 against Mankato East. I'd like to thank our live stream sponsors, Hiller's Flooring America and Penn's Automotive, for your support of Mayo Boys Hockey. Mayo Boys Hockey has lots of sponsors throughout the year, but Penn's Automotive and Hiller's Flooring America are primary live stream sponsors So we thank you. If you haven't yet, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, or X. And with that, we're going to have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back after the break.
When you buy a car from Penz Automotive, sure, the lifetime powertrain warranty is important. You love the 7-day, 700-mile return policy, and the certified technicians and the on-site body shop let you know your vehicle is in good hands. But the real reason? The complimentary car washes with every vehicle. You know what's better than going through a free car wash? Going through it in the car, and we provide those too.
Hillers Flooring America, your flooring destination.
Whether you're looking for carpet, pre-finished wood,
ceramic tile, stone, laminates,
waterproof, luxury vinyl plank and tile.
Come to Hillers, 2909 South Broadway, where friends send friends.
My name is Jake Kirsch. I'm the Director of Performance here at ETS Rochester. We've been super fortunate to collaborate with Mayo Boys Hockey for the last 6 years since we came to town. We've served dozens of the athletes that came through that program that have gone on to do amazing things, and it's been awesome to facilitate their training and help set them up for success.
My greatest change has been my speed. I've gotten a lot quicker. I'm a goalie, so I get to the puck quicker. Overall, I just feel a lot more comfortable. I feel a lot stronger, more confident. Training at ETS is more like one-on-one with the coaches. In other places, it's normally just one coach and like 20 kids.
I feel like the coaches push us a lot more here than at like any other gym.
I'd say the atmosphere is more intense.
I like how we have our own sheet here at ETS, individualized for each person to help us get better at what we need to get better at.
Something that's super important with hockey players and the exposures they get throughout the year of always being on the ice and playing is taking care of their body, and we're super fortunate to be the ones helping keep their bodies resilient, strong, fast, so they can take the athleticism development that they've gotten with us and transfer it to the ice. So with hockey specifically, all the opportunity to play throughout the year where they're always on the ice takes a ton of wear and tear on their body. And so with us being able to individualize programs that are built out, whether they're in season, out of season, helps keep them fast, keep them strong, keep them resilient so they can handle the demands of sport.
Yeah, being here at ETS, it feels like a family.
So from our team at ETS Rochester, we wish our Spartans good luck this year. Go dominate.
All right, Zamboni is off the ice. Refs are out. Players are taking the ice here momentarily. We've been working on getting replays set up. Let's go back and let's take a look at the last goal by our Mayo Spartans. So nice shot from the point. Then Ethan Pendergast buries that rebound. And that put your Spartans up 2-1 late in the second period. So we'll do our best to try to integrate replays into our live stream. I'm a one-man show today. My streaming partner, Mark Morey, is caught up at work. So unfortunately, gotta run the iPad and try to do the replays at the same time. So we'll do our best. Mayo Spartans still have 10 seconds left in the power play. So let's see if they can get the puck in deep and take advantage of the 10-second power play. Looks like starting for Mayo Spartans, we have Bodal at center. We have Preby and Harding lined up back at D with Oliver Bassano and Logan Dinsmore. So right off the draw, puck is shot up and out of play. So 5 seconds left in the power play. And we'll redrop it at center ice. Face-off is won by your Spartans. They can't get it low. Out to Oliver Bassano. Bassano over to Dinsmore. And we're even at 5 apiece. Dahl with it, tries to work it down low to Harding. Harding tries a center, but that's intercepted by Mankato East. Mankato East tries to sauce it wide. That's a little ahead of his teammate. Not quite all the way down the ice, so no icing on that one. Loose puck in the corner. Dahl battling for possession. He gets hauled down. And that's going to be a trip on Mankato East. Your Spartans are going to go back on the power play. So Spartans have been on the power play for the last 3 minutes. We'll see if they can capitalize on this one. We have Weston Brandt stepping in with Lamers, Brenhog, Pendergast, and Anderson. Puck is won back, goes over to Pendergast. Pendergast moves it down low to Brandt. Brandt back out to Pendergast. Pendergast walks to the middle, moves it over to Brandt. Brandt goes cross ice to Anderson. Anderson shot, short side, goes bar and out. Pendergast throws that back towards the net. Down low, Lamers tries a center, but that goes all the way down the ice. Blommel back behind his net to pick it up. Moves it over to Pendergast. Cougars pressuring hard. Brandt over to Anderson. Anderson around Mankato East. Tries to beat the second guy, still with possession. Behind the net. Over to Lamers. Lamers out to Brandt. Brandt down to Lamers. Lamers has it, tries to move it to Brandt, but that's off his stick. Rolls to the corner. Mankato East will turn and fire that out of the zone. Pendergast over to Anderson. Anderson walks in the zone, drops it back. We had one Spartan making a change, fortunately. Otherwise, would Mankato East been coming in on a break. Dinsmore back behind the net. 45 seconds left in the power play. Pendergast over to Lamers. Lamers comes in, shot, goes to the corner, centers it in some skates. Dinsmore tries to put that rebound in. That's turned aside by the Mankato East goaltender. Grayson Yank at the point, shoots for a tip, but that's stopped by Mankato East in front of the net. Puck goes in the corner, Pendergast in, moves that down low. Dinsmore battling in the corner, he's knocked down. Mankato East gains possession. They fire that all the way down the ice with 10 seconds left. Grayson Yank behind the net, comes through, gains some speed, comes into the zone. Looking to make a move with it. We have 4 Spartans down low. He elects to try to stuff it short side. Nothing home. Mankato East with possession. Coming through the zone. Comes through the middle. That's poked off by Lamers. Tries to move it up to Morey, but that's a little ahead of him. Lamers tries to move it to Morey again. Can't handle that pass. Loose puck in the slot. Mankato East will throw that in the corner. Grayson Yank moves it up to Harding. Harding can't corral that pass. Bassano back, reverses. Harding with it, looking to make a move with it. He elects to go cross ice, but that's in some skates. Morey in hard after it. Cougars goalie almost shot it straight into Morey. Bassano back. Comes around, tries to go cross ice, but your Spartans were changing, and that's going to go all the way down for an icing. Dahl stepping in on the draw. Harding with possession, tries to move it up to Prevey. That's deflected into the zone, so no icing. Prevey centers, intercepted by Mankato East defenseman. Prevey down low again, looks to center it. Short side, Harding tries to stuff it in short side. That's stopped by the Mankato East goaltender. And with 10:37 left in the third period, we'll have a face-off to the right-hand side in Mankato East zone. Stepping out for your Spartans, we have Weston Brandt coming in at center with Harding and Prevey. Brenhag and Anderson back at the point. Loose puck in the slot. Brandt still trying to dig it out. Kept in nicely by Anderson. Can't quite get it all the way down. That one's going to be on net, so no icing. Blommel almost right in the Mankato East player. Brandt picks it up, goes wide off Harding's stick. And that's going to go all the way back down to the Mayo zone. Anderson rims that around. No one's home. Mankato East keeps that in, moves into the slot. Through some skates, Anderson kicks that out of the zone. Brenhag to retrieve. Brenhag cross ice, off a skate. Dahl keeps that in the zone, unfortunately. So Blomwell's going to jump on that, and we'll have a face-off with 9:50 left in the third period. Spartans are up 2-1. Pendergast in on the face-off. Still trying to find it. Battling against a couple of Cougars on the sidewall. We got a penalty coming up on your Mayo Spartans. We're going to have a cross check against Grayson Yank. Let's go back and watch the replay on that one. See Grayson Yank coming in just a little bit late on that. Ollie Bassano grabs that puck and throws it down the ice. Mankato East entering the zone, but they pull up right before they got to the blue line, so they'll have to tag up. Dinsmore back, stops behind his net, and throws it up and out of the zone. Pendergast chasing. He'll hold up. Mankato East reverses. Reverses again and comes up the other side. They enter the zone wide, looking to set something up. Knocked off a stick. Dinsmore back behind the net. Bassano back to help out. Bassano still battling. He wins that battle. Throws it down the ice. High stick by Mankato East. They'll have to decide if they want to touch it, and they do. 44 seconds left in the penalty. We'll have a face-off in the Mankato East zone. We have Morey and Birch out here on the penalty kill, along with Preby and Brent Hogg. Mankato East goes far side. They enter the zone, they hold up, try to go towards the net, nothing there. Morey throws that. Birch picks it up, chips it around, Mankato East defender, walks in. Nice play by the Mankato East defenseman to poke check that off of Birch's stick, otherwise he would have been in all alone along the goalie. Morey's tied up behind the net. He's got to get loose, otherwise it's going to be odd man down the ice. Goes off of Mankato East stick and all the way down. We'll have 9 seconds left in the penalty kill for your Spartans. Dozois and Birch out there. Dozois picks it up, centers it. The puck's in the corner, and with that, penalty expires, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Cross ice, Brenna can't quite handle that one though. Dozois throws it towards the net. Morey and Hart after it. Dozois tries to pick it up, but goes around him. Mankato East moves it up ice. Birch pressuring from behind. Brent Hogg knocks down his man, and he goes hard into the boards. And we're going to have another penalty against your Spartans. Hunter Brent Hogg going to the box for a trip. So Mankato East going right back on the power play. Spartans are trying to figure out the personnel. Dinsmore rims that all the way down the ice. Mankato East goaltender will stop that behind the net, and they'll set up for their breakout. Moves it up. Mankato East entering the zone. He's driven wide by Dinsmore. Knocked off his stick by Anderson. Anderson throws it in the middle of the ice. Morey can't quite handle that. Dinsmore causing all sorts of problems for Mankato East below the goal line. Walk out, sharp angle shot, still with possession. Throws it wide. Another shot, wide. Morey along the boards. He gets knocked down and his helmet comes off. So plays stop dead because whenever helmet pops off, it's blown dead immediately. Minute 12 left in the penalty kill for the Spartans. We have Harding and Preby out there in the penalty kill along with Yank and Bassano. Face-off is one back. Harding back behind his net. He falls down. Kept in by Mankato East. Mankato East goes cross. Shot turned away by Blommel. Backhanded out of the zone nicely by Preby. Grayson Yank steps up. Elects to retreat, and Mankato East will shoot from the top of the circles and stop by Blommel. Pendergast and Lamers out on the penalty kill. Puck is one into the corner. Preby battling for possession. Pendergast in there too. Puck is still tied up along the boards. Mankato East is going to go to the box now for a trip. Mankato East will touch that. And with 29 seconds left in Mayo's penalty, well, 4-on-4 action. And then Mayo will get a minute 30 power play. With 5:44 left in the third period, Mayo Spartans are up 2-1. Pendergast stepping in on this draw. Lamers with possession, loses it in the slot. Kept in. Pendergast trying to find that puck in his skates. Dinsmore shot, and that's gloved by the Mankato East goaltender. "14 seconds left in the Spartan penalty, and they'll go up in the power play. Puck is one back, shot. That's turned aside. And that's thrown all the way down the ice for an icing. 4 seconds left in the penalty or Mayo Spartans. We have Weston Brandt out there with Lamers, Pendergast, and Anderson. Face-off is one back. Pendergast at the point. Moves it to Lamers. Lamers over to Brandt. Brandt stopped, stymied by the Mankato East goaltender. Nice little play and tight by Brock Lamers to move that over to Weston Brandt. Looked like a goaltender was reading past the entire time, and now your Mayo Spartans are going to go up on the power play for a minute 30. Weston Brandt stepping in on the draw again. Moves over to Pendergast. Pendergast into Brandt. Brandt moves it over to Anderson. Anderson has a wide open net. Saved by the Mankato East goaltender. Just took Anderson just a second too long to get that shot off and allowed Mankato East goaltender to get back into position. Pendergast back, moves over to Brandt. Brandt over to Anderson. Anderson comes through the zone. They'll set up on the power play. Drop pass just off target, kept in by Lamers. Lamers' sharp angle shot goes off the crossbar. And that puck is shot up and out of play by Mankato East, and we'll have a face-off in the Mankato East zone with 43 seconds left in the power play and 4:26 left in the third period. Stepping in for Mayo Spartans, we have Nathan Dojois, Liam Birch, Finn Morey, Dinsmore, and Yank. Face-off is one to Mayo. Mayo tried to move it to the point, but intercepted by Mankato East. Yank with possession. He'll enter the zone, drop it back to Dinsmore. Dinsmore over to Dojois. Dojois walks in, fires it, saved by Mankato East. Finn Morey back to retrieve that puck. Comes through, moves it up to Yank. Yank around one player. Mayo's going to have to regroup. Yank enters the zone, drops it back. Birch, shot, that one's blocked. We're back to 5-on-5 action. Dinsmore with possession. Kept in by Dozois. Maury with it. Tries to move it over to Birch, but that's blocked by Mankato East. A couple of Spartan players are down on the ice. Mankato East hustles. They could have odd-man rush. Icing's waved off. Thrown in the middle of the ice. Intercepted by Birch. Dinsmore with it. He splits a couple of Mankato East Cougars and enters the zone. 2-on-1. Dozois all alone. Shot. Goal! Nice job by Logan Dinsmore moving that puck over. Let's take a look at the replay on that one. So 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third period. Mayo Spartans go up 3-1 and a nice play between Dinsmore and Dozois. Harding centers it out to Bassano. Bassano is looking for room. He fires it and beats the Mankato East goaltender, glove side high. So Mayo Spartans with 2 quick goals in the third period to go up 4-1. Nice shot by Bassano through traffic. Goes glove side high to put your Mayo Spartans up 4-1. Harding tips that puck in low. Rung around by Mankato East. Anderson back. Let's go back and take a look at that last goal by Bassano. Lots of traffic in front of the net there on Bassano's shot. So good job by him getting it through traffic into the back of the net. Loose puck in the corner. Lamer's back to get it. Little scrum along the half wall. Brandt pokes it loose. He gains possession of it, moves it up to Pendergast. Pendergast knocked off his stick down low. He's going in after it. Heavy hit in the corner. Okay, looks like Ethan Pendergast is getting up. He's getting back to the bench. Weston Branton on the draw. Mankato East tries to move it up. That ends up down low. Ollie Bassano back to pick it up. He comes around the net, reverses. Over to Brandhog. Brandhog up to Maury. Lamers with it, chips it up to Maury. Maury back to Lamers. Lamers cuts through the slot. Shoots that high. That goes up and over the net and out of play. Well, a face off to the left-hand side of the Mankato East goaltender. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the game. Weston Brandt stepping in on the draw. He wins it back to Brandhog. Brandhog tried to go D to D, but that was just off target, so we'll have to regroup. Loose puck picked up by Brandt. Brandt enters the zone. Looking to make a move, throws that towards the net. That goes into the corner. Maury bodies a Mankato East player. He goes down. Shot, Brandt behind the net. Centers it to Maury. Maury goes over to Brandhog. Brandhog shot, that's on the ice. That's deflected by Mankato East. Puck is behind the net. Lamers back in the corner battling. Maury goes down. Still battling for possession. 25 seconds left. Kept in by Brandt. Brandt over to Lamers. Lamers shot, deflected, wide. Bassano with it, he'll cycle it low. Maury on the slot. Weston Brandt whiffs on it, moves over to Lamers. Lamers backhand, can't capitalize on it. Bassano out to the point. Shot, tipped, corner. 5 seconds left in the game. And with that, time is going to expire. Mayo Spartans defeat the Mankato East Cougars 4-1. So after going down 1-0 in the first period, your Mayo Spartans battle back for a 4-1 victory against the Mankato East Cougars with a couple power play goals today. Nice job by the power play unit. Good effort in the third period by your Mayo Spartans. Varsity will start at 7:15, I believe. Oh, looks like we're running a little bit behind. I think the JV game started at 5:30. It's supposed to start at 5:15. So the varsity game is start at 7:30. So we'll turn off this stream and we'll be back in about 20 minutes with varsity action between the Mayo Spartans and the Mankato East Cougars. So thank you all for joining. And again, big thanks to our sponsors, Hiller's Floor in America and Penn's Automotive, for your support for Mayo Boys Hockey. If you haven't done so already, make sure to follow us on YouTube, as well as X on Mayo Hockey, and Facebook on Rochester Mayo Boys Hockey. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you at the varsity stream here shortly.